on VFL Game of the Round. The qualifying finals underway.
Ball's up in the air. No one really got the tap. Coming in hard, Bromley Lynch. Ball out the back to Graham. Gives all the hands looking for Gilbert. Ball bounces in the clearing. Should go away over Danby's kick was miscued. Running to his Bromley. Couldn't quite get it. Big hit on it looks like it was Curry. Coming to his Riordan. Puts his head down, coming out to get it was Govasovich, but he only went as far as Graham. Gives up to Hobbs, snaps around the body, looking for Todd. Good spoil coming over the top for Dan was from White. He can't run onto though, running out to me it will be McAuliffe. Does well, able to pick up and fling the handball at the Todd. He goes for a bit of a run, uses the handballs to Bromley Lynch. He looks inside, he's got nothing. Slams it up in the end, his left boot. Britt's got the front spot on Lyle, but coming across, almost taking the mark, was Darmody. Ball's in dispute, and he's been pinned holding the ball, so a good tackle laid there by Sean Lyle. He'll kick it inside 50 for the big fella, Darmody on the lead.
Oh, he's up and about early, Sam Young.
Oh,
and there's a bit of niggle between Todd out there as well, and a player's just been put down.
And a free kick for it too. So, a silly move there by Keegan George to dump White, and he's given away what was a certain shot and goal from Darmody, and Redan are going to start the rebound. So a bit ill-disciplined early. As they work the ball out wide to find Britt. He got some room to move. They've used the spread well. On the lead is Bacon, takes the mark. Moves well early. He's going to play on, send it up the line, looking for Phelps. He's got a big job today. Gets the crumbs, gives it off to Bell. Looking for a teammate in Colbert, but he's been escorted over the line. We'll get a boundary inside 50 for Redan.
We will. First time it's been up there.
And pardon the pun, but by George, what do you reckon? What do you reckon Mr. Waters is going to be saying to George at quarter time?
Yeah, very ill-disciplined early there.
Boundary throw in North Ballarat City with the numbers. Desperate effort though from the Lions. We'll see it all wrapped up, and the umpire will call for it just inside attacking 50. No score for either side so far this afternoon. Early stages of this first term. North Ballarat City get the tap out straight into a pack once again though, and we should get another ball up, and we will. Still just inside attacking 50 on the forward flank for Redan.
And I think this might be the way the first quarter is going to be played out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's out in the full.
Punching it was Hobbs straight over the boundary line, so Redan to get the free kick. Still on the 50 metre arc. And umpire just having
the boundary umpire, it was out on the full. The boundary umpire's called, and the controlling umpire is saying that it wasn't, but the Redan players know, I know, and what's now? The umpire's going to ball it in. Now, I thought if the ruckman tapped it out in the full, from the ball up, it was a free kick to the opposition, and I thought it was out in the full. The boundary umpire said it was.
Third man up for Redan, got the punch forward. North Ballarat City still in the numbers, but the Lions are desperate. And there's a free kick. It's going to go the way of North Ballarat City in defence and the way of Harrison. Short chip kick across the face of goal. Now they've got a clearing kick out of defence, looking for Lyle. He couldn't take the mark. Picking it up for Redan there was Britt. His handball backwards will find Riley. Half back area for the Lions. He goes up along the wing. Kick misjudged the target. North Ballarat City with the numbers. Couple of handballs out of the pack. Darmody, he was put under all sorts of pressure. And we'll get a ball up corner of the centre square in favour of Redan.
Umpire sorted out and throw it in the air. Tap was won by Cartledge. Picking it up though is Curry, slammed the boot inside 50. Bell's got a nice spot to run this, but well done by, looks like it was Howard who had position. Umpire didn't pay the mark there, and I thought he clearly had full control of that.
Of course it was a mark.
But they'll get the rebound anyway through Jones, so a couple mistakes early by the umpires who probably are under a bit of pressure, of course, in the big finals matches. Their clearing kick by Jones was punched over the line. We'll get a boundary throw in on the far opposition wing from our commentary position. Going to be a big battle on the ruck today between Cartledge and Dickinson. Umpire throws it in. Tap bot was won by Dickinson, but picking up is Edwards. He gives it off. Kick was sloppy going forward, but picking up nicely was Orr. Gives it off to McNamara. Kick across the ground was good, finds Gilbert. He'll move it quickly. On the lead is Darwin, and he's got him. Probably just too far out to score. He's 55. In the pocket is McAuliffe, and he got it. Beautiful work between McAuliffe and Greg there. Greg laid a nice little block on McAuliffe's man, gave him 5 metres of space, and he'll come in to shoot for goal on a 45-degree angle from about 35 metres out, Matty. Do we reckon he's got this one?
Hard to know.
Yeah, mark it down. Mark it down.
Barry has.
Barry has. I mean, sometimes he can slide these across the face, but Derek, he's gonna pass it off in the end. I don't know who's really kicking that towards. I think it was towards Graham. He wasn't confident, and a couple of shots on goal have gone backing here for North City. That turnover kick is still in the spirit. It's going to be eventually brought up 35 metres out directly in front of goal, but you've got to back your key.
Oh, exactly.
Your key forwards go back and kick them. It's a finals atmosphere. You've got to make most of the opportunities early. Tap was won by Dickinson, picked up by Riley, gives up to Curry, slams to the boot. Phelps has got some room to move, gives a nice little handball. Silky. And on the rebound, they could work this really well. Good kick out of the fence. Bacon's got some room to move. He's got to beat the man. He put the footy down. That's holding the ball umpire, and it is. So free kick in the fence going the way of Hobbs and the way of North Ballarat City. They will rebound. Howard goes in the back line to Jones. Gives it over the top. City on the rebound here. Working up to get it is Lyle. So he's a long way away from goal. He'll come back inside looking for Mark Gregg on the lead, and he gets it. So in virtually the centre of the ground, Mark Gregg takes the mark. Darmody makes a move. Pops it up longer. Wanting McAuliffe to go. George pushes his opponent underneath the ball. Wasn't a free kick, but Karras will rebound for Dan. He kicks that wide and finds Bromley.
Bromley takes the mark half-back flank for the Lions. A little bit of a slip as he looked to go off. Umpire said he's all right. So still on the half-back flank. Now called to play on. Kicks it into the middle. It was a risky kick. Darmody got a fingertip to it. Coming through was George. Gets the handball out to Graham. Darmody swings around on his left to the hot spot. It's bounced over the top of the pack. And here's a free kick. It will go the way of Redan in the way of Britt. So last line of defence there for the Lions. And another scoring opportunity goes backing for North Ballarat City early in this first term. Kick into the pocket for the Lions. Finds a target. Building along the far side of the ground, looking for Phelps out there. He couldn't take the mark though. Running through was North Ballarat City. Little kick into the pocket will find Lyle. He'll have to think he has to go back and have a shot. Barry's declared it.
I'm declaring it.
Sammy's declared it. So Lyle will come in. He's on a 45-degree angle. Probably will be kicking from about 30 metres out. We've played about 7 minutes in this opening term and yet to have a score on the scoreboard. Lyle comes in, kick on its way. He's gone straight over the top of the goal umpire's hat. North Ballarat City get the first goal of the qualifying final and the lead by 6 points.
Yes, and Sean Lyle gets his first for the afternoon. I mean, he's been starting a bit higher up the ground early here, but he was able to push back on Britt there and did very well in the lead.
And it's been fairly ominous so far in this first quarter. All the attacking has been done by City. Or, sorry, 99% of it, because there's been one forward thrust by Redan, but...
I'd say 2.
All right, I won't argue with it, but I can't count 1 and 1.
I mean, you think I can?
I mean, early Darwin, of course, took that mark and they gave away that silly free kick, so North could have a couple of goals here.
And the McAuliffe one too.
Yeah, of course, yep. As we're back in the centre of the ground, the ball's coming to the back. Should get the clearance for Redan. Works a bit too easily there. It was sent to centre half forward. Coming out to get his Chester.
Well done.
Actually, it was Barker took the mark. Sorry, on the lead there. He's going to send it inside 50. So much space inside 50 for Bell. And he's going to take a mark 25 metres out. And he should go back. Kick for goal number 32 for the season. And get the first for the Lions here.
And that was far too easy, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, how does he get that much space inside 50 is to my amazement as he comes in.
Over the top of his hat.
And he squeezed it in, but he got it there. And it is a goal. Redan at the instant reply. We've played 8.5 minutes into this first term. I only lost what time of day it was in the first quarter. It's early morning jitters for me because I got to sleep in this morning, fellas.
Early morning, it's late afternoon, Sammy. Get up with the program.
It's early morning for me. I've only been up for a few hours.
Scores are level. We've played 9 minutes here at Eastern Oval, 1 goal apiece, and both goals have gone straight over the top of the goal umpire's hat. So beautiful conditions this afternoon. As Dickinson got the tap out for the Lions. Trying it, and they'll get the clearance here too. Straight inside attacking 50. No one able to take the mark. A fumble from North Ballarat City in defence. They're all wrapped up here. How will the umpire see it? The ball came out the back of the pack. City have the numbers, but they're fumbling. Phelps gave it straight to Phelps, who kicked it over the top.
That's good.
And it's gone straight through. Great work and great pressure there from Redan. Sees their second goal of the afternoon. They're 2 straight 12 to North Ballarat City, 1 goal straight.
Yeah, Mitchell Phelps there did beautiful work to get that out of the crumb, and the snapper in the body was fantastic.
And do we know how to get a football side up? You start talking against them, and what do they do to you?
Kick 2 goals, bang! So,
Your prediction's looking good, Sam.
yeah, we're only about 8 minutes into the first quarter, Matty. So just calm your farm at the moment.
For those that missed it, Sam's predicted North Ballarat City by 50 points this afternoon.
And we'll keep referring it until I'm right. So as they'll get the tap, and it looks like they'll get the clearance to Edwards out of centre. This is better, North. Come on. And at the back to Howard. He'll send to the centre half forward. Couldn't take the Marcus Graham. Knocked on by Orr to Graham. Back to Orr. Inside 50. Kick is just going to bounce in front of Lyle. At the back is Keegan George. Couldn't quite get the footy. Could go on in the back. Picked up by Britt. Handball top to Curry. He's got some room to move. He'll kick up the line.
That looks nice.
It's a good looking kick. Good spot at the back though. Picked up by McNamara of North City. Handball went back. Missed his target, but coming through was George again. Could have got a free kick, and he did.
How can you pay a free kick when he ducked
Bromley
into
Lynch.
it?
Bromley, they've both got the wild hair going on. Keegan George and Bromley Lynch just to.
But he ducked into it. There wasn't a free kick.
Well, he's a little fella, Barry. He's ducking. He's going at his kneecap. So, Bromley Lynch kicks and who's the kick to? Keegan George. So on the lead, takes the mark, wheels around his left boot, sends it to centre for Darmody. Takes the mark. He plays on straight away. Marcus Darmody for number 1 today. Misses just as it faded late. But it was a good build-up play by North City there. Good, quick play-on movement, but couldn't finish the deal.
5 points the margin in favour of North Ballarat City. Sam's up and about early because all his 3 forwards for North Ballarat.
Right, there he goes.
They've got a touch so far. Taking the mark on the half-back flank is Bell. He goes short and finds Schultz. Just defensive side of the wing at the moment for the Lions. Not a hell of a lot to go to at the moment. Decides to pot one up.
Good kick.
Players found a bit
They're
of
on. They're on.
Here it was Riordan. Kicks it up along the line, and he's going to find that is Barker. Just outside attacking 50 for the Lions. Very good on the boundary line. Bacon's found it though.
Have a shot, son.
Hard angle
Oh, yeah,
for him. He'll be kicking from about 30 metres out.
Been impressive for Redan so far
He's
this
a
quarter.
very good youngster, this one.
he a
Coming up 6 goals last week.
Left footer or right
He's
footer?
a right footer, Matty, and we've seen him.
Going to test him.
He's going to test him. Will he go with the check side here?
No.
No, he's going to go with the drop punt. Stabs at it, and he started too close. Should have gone with a little bit of a bull now there, but he didn't follow my goal kicking advice, and he just missed it in the side.
So, are you following on in the footsteps of Sam Newman? Do you have a goal kicking clinic up there?
Well, I do now. I'll have to start the SARC, the same rival kicking, or whatever it's called. But
Don't increase his ego, Barry.
well, a bit of fun with the back here by Bromley Lynch, centre half back, under a heap of pressure. Good tackle is laid, but it gets the handball out to McNamara. Gives off to Orr. He just assesses his options. He'll chip it up the line. Greg takes it, nearly took the one-handed mark. Turned over. They're on the rebound here through Bell. Room to move and Redan. Kick inside 50. It's a poor one though.
Horrible.
Very horrible. The mark is taken by Howard. He'll bring it across the ground to Luke. He gives it probably an unwanted handball. He'll get the 1-2. Then he'll give it back. They're mucking around with here, North City. Got to be clean. He's going to be quick, and the kick got it off in the end. Up to Darmody. Coming back with courage.
Good courage.
Very good courage by Curry. Jeez, an absolute beauty. His kick let me down, though. He gave the man the mark. Picked up by Darmody. Kick inside. Finds Keegan George. He'll go for a bit of a run. Takes a bounce. Takes another bounce. He's got Lyle in a nice spot. Puts the hands up. And he put it up. Snap around the body. Hits the post. Bill's screaming hands in the back, and I kind of agree.
Well,
He did.
of course.
It was a 2-motion.
And it's one of these silly bloody rules that a push in the back, if you take a mark, a push in the back is not a push in the back.
Exactly.
Bloody ridiculous.
A mark was taken out of the kick out, and has the umpire called 50 metres? I think he has for.
Not entirely sure.
Yeah,
it was a risky kick. It is a 50-metre penalty, but
Greggy just gave him a little bit one to chops there, and 50 metres for the high hit.
yeah, he's clutching his nose at the moment. Not entirely sure.
Looks like a bit of claret. Hopefully, I wasn't anything too malicious.
Any fist in the nose is malicious, mate.
As a result, Redan will get a free kick, and they're pretty much taking him into the middle of the ground. So they're just
It'll be interesting to see if they decide to go sideways here or just go right really direct, because you can nearly kick this inside 50 straight down the middle.
bit of Neil centre half forward for the Lions as well, and it was Waite that got collected in that passage of play for Redan. So he's just going off to get some treatment. Hopefully he'll be back out there. Redan about to get
What's the hold up for?
back underway. And right, when set to go, the umpires were waiting for him to get back in position.
They got Riordan on out wide. They just couldn't just quite spot him.
So they go long to the half forward flank. Good punch out there by Jenkins. And will it find the boundary line? It will. So forward of the wing for the Lions, far side of the ground here at Eastern Oval.
And I think
Redan are up by 5 points.
both coaches would be pretty happy with their charges. There's been a lot of intensity from both sides so far.
Absolutely. It looks like Dickinson got the tap there, went hard to go get it, picked this up as Karras, got one high, umpire said play on, ball's in dispute. Umpire's going to call this, and he does. So we'll get a ball up. We've played about 15 minutes into this first term. Umpire throws it in the air. Tap was won by Cartledge. Ball at the deck. Picking this up was Peace. Kick out wide, but the umpire said it went out of bounds. And we'll get a boundary throw on the far wing from a commentary position, Matty.
We certainly will. 5 points in margin in favour of the Redan. They're 2-1-13. North Ballarat 1-2-8. Just forward of the wing for the Lions. Umpire sends it back into play. Dickinson got the tap. Redan trying to work it forward. Ball comes out of the pack, and then it's dived on by a couple of players. We'll get a ball up. And we're just about at the half forward flank for Redan.
In his style of footy here, sort of suits North Ballarat City to a T. Just that hard contested footy. Don't let Redan run.
Stop start. Cartledge got the tap that time around for North Ballarat City. Trying to feed the handball out there was McCartan, but Redan have got the ball and they've run inside attacking 50. They have a shot on goal and it's gone straight through, as Sammy said. Not quite sure who it
Looks like it was Curry.
So Curry gets another one for Redan, and they go out now to an 11-point margin.
Just an explosive bit of play there, the stoppage.
Came out of the pack, and he put 15 metres on them in 3 steps.
Absolutely. I mean, he's one of those roosted list of players that Redan have. But the amazing thing is, you know, there's been about 4 or 5 times Curry's found space. Who's actually playing on him? Who's accountable for him? Because a couple of times he's just been able to find too much room early, and City definitely need to look at shutting him down.
Can I just say it's starting to remind me of round 14 at Eureka Stadium.
Thanks, Matty. As they'll get the clearance from North Ballarat City inside 50. Kick was too low from McAuliffe. Picking this up was for Redan there. But he made a mistake. Looks like that was Matthews.
Oh, he was tackled as he tried he attempted a handball.
And the umpire's pinned a free kick here for a high fender from Brendan Peace, and it's going to go the way of Bromley Lynch. He's probably just too far to score. Where's Darmody? Can't find him in the lead. It's going to take his best effort here from 50.
The reason why he can't find
He's probably on the bench.
He's standing at centre half forward.
Kick inside 50. In dispute. Wasn't that good. Picked up by Redan. Good handball, finds some space, and this is Riley who go for a bit of a run, took a bounce, kick out wide for Bacon. Oh, he's a pressure. Oh, and he got some attention from Hobbs. They went slamming into the fence with the young fella.
Absolutely no need for that.
No, and he got back up.
No, because that, you know, that could put a kid in a wheelchair.
Yep.
And that's, you've got to contest, but there's got to be. You got to draw the line somewhere.
Yeah, and he got straight back up and was able to kick it to centre half forward. And there's a free kick has been picked at North City for holding the ball, Matty.
Yeah, North Ballarat City just chipping it around in defence at the moment. They decide to go to centre half back. Taking the mark here is Luke. He decides to go out to that far side of the ground. North Ballarat City just trying to work it along here with a bit of possession football. McCartan takes the mark, centre wing position, far side of the ground for North Ballarat. Kick along the line finds Darmody. It's just forward of the wing. Short chip kicks at the moment from City. Now he finds Todd. Slowly working it forward. And Todd just waiting for something to kick to. Not much happening for him. He goes short once again into the pocket. Darmody gets it on the half volley. Kick around his body. Good fish there. Came from Brett. And Redan should be able to work it out of defence here. A couple of handballs and then a risky kick. It found Riley, gave the handball off immediately. And Redan, they're streaming through defence, comes to centre wing. Put under a lot of pressure. There was Barker. Got the handball away. Turned straight over. McNamara gets a clearing kick for North Ballarat City. Although it's 2-on-1 in favour of Redan. And Bromley Lynch found the boundary line. We'll get a throw in forward of the wing for North Ballarat City. They're down by 11 points.
He's going to be key today, Josh Bromley Lynch, because the pace that Redan have, he's probably North's arguably quickest player, so he's going to have to play a lot of pressure. The tap went the way of Dickinson on the way of Riley. His handball put Schultz on a lot of pressure. Didn't have a lot of other options. Umpires eventually makes a decision and will ball it up in the half-forward line here for North Ballarat City, who did start the game early well, but they just haven't impact the scoreboard yet. Tap was won by Cartledge at the back, picked up by Riley, gives the handball off, and it's a good 1-2 with Jared Giampaolo. Gives another handball to Schultz at the Karras. Good pressure being applied, but Redan looked calm, and the short kick finds the target in Phelps. He wheels around quickly, sends it into the way of Bacon. Did well.
Our boy.
Just couldn't quite take the mark. Good handball out defence by North City and by Graham. And Todd's got an absolute panic to run into here on the overlap. He's going to have to duck inside. Does well. Gives it to Simon McCartan. He'll send it inside 50 to Lyle McCullough, it is, on the lead. And Derek McCullough, one of the amigos, will go back from 45 to shoot for goal. And he should probably shoot for goal for this one. But distance sometimes in this range can test him because he doesn't always kick through the footy, which to my...
So on his good, he's on his good side anyway, mate.
Yeah, so it should be okay, but just sometimes he does let him down. He comes in, it looks all right off the boot, but it is fading and just couldn't quite get it on line with that kick, so just another minor score.
And that you'd have to say was probably his only blemish. When he gets to the maximum and he puts that extra effort into making the distance, he loses the accuracy.
Absolutely, and North Ballarat City just haven't made the most opportunities here, and Redan, they've had their 3 scoring shots and kicked 3 goals straight, and that just shows the tale of the story.
Well, both sides have had 4 scoring opportunities. Redan's 3-1, North Ballarat 1-3.
Yep.
So Waite's got it and kicks it out of the defensive very risky.
That's got to be a free kick, umpire.
And it is. He's picked it out, and North Ballarat City came straight over the top of the pack, took everyone out of it.
But it's good to see Waite's back on the ground, but it was a very interesting decision with his kick out full back to probably one of the smallest guys on the ground in Phelps, and missed him. It was over his head by a mile.
Redan have it on the half-back flank. They decide to go short. Darmody got the fist over the top of Phelps, who was wrapped up in a tackle. Ball spills out of the pack. Smothered kick will go over the boundary line and out of play. Half-forward flank for North Ballarat City. Late stages of this first term here at the Eastern Oval. Redan up by 10 points as umpire sends it back into play. Both ruckmen missed it. Riley was in there, and he's going to get a free kick for Redan. And they're on the half-back flank at the moment. And his short chip kick finds Karras. Defensive side of the wing for the Lions. Got Riley back on in the middle. Ignores him and goes up along the line. Another mark taken here by Phelps. Still far side of the ground. He almost went backwards there and now decides to do so. And a mark taken there by Matthews.
They've done well here, North City, to choke him up.
They have. And another risky kick. It came to Fitzgibbon. He dropped the mark though and had to play on pretty quickly. But he's found a target in Dean Matthews. For Redan, centre wing position, far side of the ground at the moment for the Lions. He decides to pop one up now to the half forward flank. Dickinson and Cartledge were in a contest, and a free kick is going the way of Cartledge because Dickinson had him all wrapped up. So Cartledge to get the free kick on the half-back flank for North Ballarat City. Goes back up along the line of that far side of the ground.
Well,
taking a nice mark was George. He looked like he was off, but a nice little grab from Fitzgibbon made him go back on the mark. Now they kick into the middle. Mark taken.
Well, it looks like it's Gilbert.
Yeah, Gilbert goes long to the half forward. McAuliffe couldn't take the mark. Ball bouncing towards the boundary line. and seeing it over for Redan was Joel Matthews that time
Yeah.
around.
And Joel,
Looking through the glass, mate, I thought probably from here, vision, that Micallef probably could have got a free kick.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
being manhandled through the binoculars I had on.
as the ball has been brought back in, tap one by Dickinson, slammed on the boot by Phelps, but his kick is to really no one. Cartledge could cut it off, but he lets it go to Jenkins. He'll kick up the line. It's got to be pinpoint and easy. It was a free kick anyway, so free kick going the way of Gilbert of North Ballarat City. He's going to move it on. His kick, though, has got to be all right, and the marks take by Darmody. Gee, I
was all
thought
right.
it was looking like it wasn't going to get there. Kick inside 50. Lyle's got a good spot. Brick got the spoil. It's going through, and we'll get there. So it'll be another minor score to North Ballarat City. So they trail Redan, who are 3-1-19, North Ballarat City 1-4-10, a 9-point margin here at the qualifying game, qualifying final at the Eastern Oval. We'll get it right eventually.
Do I need to pat you on the back just to spit it all out?
Yeah, it's
Don't worry about it, Sammy. There's another 3/4 for you to
yeah,
get it right, mate.
to get it right eventually. Yeah.
Redan had a massive kick out of defence. It even went over the top of the pack that was going for it. It's made it to between half-back and the centre wing for the Lions, and we'll get a boundary throw-in.
Not a bad roost, was it?
No, a very good kick out of defence by the Lions. Ball back into play. Dickinson got a punch straight in the hands of Edwards, who got the handball to McNamara. Back to Cartledge, who just flipped one straight over the top. Running through was Riley. Nearly got his head ripped off.
Free
and
kick.
umpire has paid a free kick, and rightly so too.
And the best thing was he let him try to take the advantage, and then he called it back because there was no advantage. So
Yeah.
it's a good piece of umpiring there.
Riley's kick short finds Peace.
Expect him to have a big day today.
Centre wing position for the Lions. He goes long, big pack flew, no one able to take the mark. At the back of the pack was Green. Got a handball away, but it went over the boundary line and out of play in the process of that. 9 points the margin in favour of Redan.
Can't be long left in this term, Matty.
No, we are in the late
Probably
stages.
Probably about 60 seconds, I'd say, mate.
It's Redan. They almost got the clearance there. Under pressure
Oh,
was
well played,
Phelps.
well
He still
played.
got the kick away in time. Kick was along the line though. Bacon couldn't make it, and it'll go over the boundary line once again. We'll get a boundary throw in half forward flank for the Lions.
We've been told 26 seconds left of this first term. Probably still enough time for North City if they're quick to get a goal, but it's in McDance attacking 50. Running onto this is Bacon, running into goal. How far has he gone? It doesn't matter. Kick looks good, and it's there. A late one there to our boy Bacon for today, and he gets one for Redan. They increase their lead with a beautiful running goal from the boundary.
He
The
is
fact that he probably ran about 5 metres.
He
too
probably ran
far.
25 metres, but he. However, the finish was brilliant.
Yes.
he is a player to watch out for in the future. If he's
And-
doing that already,
Yep. No.
that was a sensation.
I think I remember the last time we saw him, we said, give him a couple of years in the gym and how good he's going to be. He's already that good now.
doesn't need to wait.
And that's the problem. He is good now. If he bulks up too much, is he going to lose his natural speed and agility?
Well, that's the thing that Redan will monitor and make sure that doesn't happen, I guess. Tap was won by Cartledge. Yeah, North Ballarat City cannot wait anymore for this quarter time siren. They are getting just a bit of a taste of what they've been doing all season. Now, not playing to their full potential at the moment. Umpire throws it back up. Tap was won by Cartledge again. It's been a very nice tap to Graham. Can they get a late one? Graham, kick, but it's offline. His kick from 50, I don't think he was having a shot, and he probably not knowing how long was left, and unfortunately his shot was never really online and did not score, Matty.
He didn't, and that's why it's a 15-point margin at quarter time here in the qualifying final at Eastern Oval. Redan a 4-1-25, North Ballarat City 1-4-10. Sam has... Alright, second quarter, underway here at the Eastern Oval. Dickinson got the tap and Redan, they're going to get the clearance here. Firing the handball off was Peace, went straight to Riley. His kick was smothered off the boot. Now that was Gilbert. He got the kick forward to George.
Good
He
kick.
sends it inside, attacking 50. He's going to turn it straight over though. Taking the mark for Redan was Chester.
Well read.
Yep.
Just inside defensive 50 for the Lions. Decides to go short and finds Riley. Centre half-back position for the Lions. They're up by 15 points. And he goes for a short kick to the half-back flank and finds Wade. He gave the handball back to Riley. Now handball over the top came to Matthews. Kicks across the goal face. They've conceded ground here. Redan Chester takes the mark. He now goes on that far side of the ground. Out in front of Gervasovic. He missed it though, and the ball will go over the boundary line and out of play. Opening minute of this second quarter here at the Eastern Oval. You're listening to BFL Game of the Round on 979 FM and Apple FM.
Umpire will bring the ball back into play. Dickinson and Cartledge continue their duel in the ruck. Umpire throws it back, tap one by Cartledge, over the back, Graham slams on the boot, foul into Edwards' hands, slams it inside 50. Lyle works his way to the front, couldn't quite bring it down, hand off to Todd, he's a left footer, his kick was sloppy though. Handball from Riley to Britt to Chester. His kick's gone wide. Once again, looking for Gervasovic, and the line will beat him once again. So we'll virtually go back to the same position in the half-forward line for North Barra City, heading towards that western end of the goals.
That was good defensive play, actually.
Yeah. So they didn't. That's the thing with Redan today. They haven't panicked when they've got the ball in defence. They've been able to whip it around with a few handballs and eventually find the right option.
Work it out. Both ruckmen missed the contest. Coming through was McNamara. Got a kick to Darmody. No, that's Gilbert. So just outside attacking 50 for North Ballarat City. Winds it up, goes into the pocket. He was
Good
looking for
fist.
Darmody, but it was a good fist from the Redan defence, and the ball will go
I disagree. He should have
over the
marked it. He
boundary
should
line.
have marked it. It was a chest mark, easy one.
and out of play. Barry Ag on BFL Game of the Round 979 FM and Apple FM. Ball comes back into play. Dickinson got a fingertip to it. Redan trying to work it out through a series of handballs. Curry was in there, and the ball will go over the boundary line once again. Throw-in about 40 metres around from North Ballarat City's goal after 2.5 minutes.
Umpire will bring it back into play. As with North Barra City, just need to get a goal here, just to get them back and going. Tap was won, and it's going to be a clearance though by Redan, and it's a good clearance, but a couple of North Barra City players converge, one being Jones, but he's just scored it over the line. We've got a boundary throw on the far wing from a commentary position. Redan, they're just holding on here, not panicking. Brenton Peace has been influential early in the middle. Umpire throws it back. Tap one by Dickinson. Graham will get the clearance for North City though. His kick is up and a good mark.
Oh, well read, son.
Very well done by Chester, coming in front of Todd to take the mark. Looks up, hasn't got a lot on option. He'll kick it up the line, and it's gone very wide. His kick is let down his good work for the mark there. He's kicked it over the fence and out in the full, and it's been turned over, and it'll be a free kick the way of North Barra City. It looks like it's going the way of Jones as he waits to retrieve the footy. And there's not a lot of spread going on early here for North. Looks up, he's got Jenkins backwards if he wants him. He's going to ignore that, kick up the line, spears it with his kick, and he finds Darmody on the lead. Long way away from goal, whizzes around quickly, was sent inside 50. Lyle got some separation, ball just doesn't suit him and he couldn't keep him into play. And we're going to boundary throw him deep inside 50, Matty.
Well, 3.5 minutes gone here at Eastern Oval. 15 points the margin in favour of Redan. Throw in about 30 metres around from North Ballarat City's goal. Dickinson got the tap. Riley running onto it. Did well. Got the handball out. Redan get a clearing kick. It's gone well wide though and out on the full once again. So taking the free kick for North Ballarat City will be McCartan.
You can't be critical then because he was under
Intense pressure, yeah.
intense pressure.
And
this-
just got to find someone to bring the ball back because it's, I think it's gone out of the actual precinct by the looks of things.
Going over the fence
Yeah,
and into the paint shop.
It has.
Yes, Barry, correct. You've nailed your geography there with that one. Yeah, of course. And
He's got it back in. McCartan sends one short. He was looking for Greg. He couldn't take the mark. Redan defence doing well here. They've got it wrapped up in the forward pocket, and umpire will call for it about 40 metres around from City's goal at the 5-minute mark of this second term. 15 points the margin in favour of Redan.
umpire throws it in the air. Tap was on by Dickinson once again. He's probably going to win the battle today so far. Going in hard was McCartan. Locked up. Umpire is going to ball out once again, so we're back in about the same position, about 40 metres out. A little bit of niggle still going out there. Both sides have got a lot to play for, of course, in this big final clash. Umpire throws it up. Tap one by Cartledge this time. Only went as far as Chester. Slams it forward, but a good mark is taken by Jones. Looks across the ground, hasn't got a lot. Could go backwards to Hobbs.
And he's the only person inside the forward half for Redan.
Yep.
and it's an opposition player.
Of course. Big pack converges. Picking this one is Greg. He just handed it off to Darmody, to Graham, who tried to take him on. And the umpire is holding the ball, and a good decision there. Graham tried to take the first tackle, but he couldn't take on weight, and he slammed him into the turf. So free kick to Redan, the halfback. He chips up the line. His kick's gone wide, and I'm not sure if it's really blustery on that side of the ground, but a lot of kicks early in this second term have been out in the full on that far wing. So we'll get update later from Bill Lucas on the wing.
Looking at the flags out there, it looks like the breeze is blowing straight across the ground.
Yeah, and it is making it difficult when they are moving
in a southerly direction.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yeah.
I got the compass out earlier.
Got the compass, yes. And when the ball's going southerly, yes, it is tracking out in the ball. So we're 6.5 minutes into the second term. North City had the ball in between half forward and the wing. They're heading towards that western end, but there's not a lot of movement going their way. And
we're just waiting for something here. Not quite sure what's happened out on the ground. Now we're back underway, and North Ballarat City have kicked it backwards. They find Jones. He goes to centre halfback, taking the marks. Howard, the switch is on for North Ballarat. Luke will take the mark corner of the centre square defensive side of the ground. It was a risky kick, could be turned over here. Riley did well. He picked it up, makes a bounce. And as Sam said, he had nothing. He fired the handball backwards to Curry.
There's no one inside 50, and they're at half forward. There's
mucking around at it at the moment. Redan, Barker was all wrapped up. Got the handball away to Phelps, who got the handball away just in time. Now Cartledge for North Ballarat City tried to gather. Trying to break through the back there was Blomley. And now a clearing kick comes out for City. All the numbers, though, in favour of the Lions. Phelps sent the handball straight in the hands of Edwards. And North Ballarat City will get the clearing kick. It's a risky one, bounced straight over the top of McAuliffe. Now gathering will be Blomley. Had all the time in the world. Kicks it to the centre wing. It wasn't Dickinson that came late. It was Riordan. And he missed the mark. Edwards fumbled. He's all wrapped up. And umpire should call for it. Centre wing position right in front of our commentary position here at the Eastern Oval. 8 minutes gone. 15 points the margin in favour of the Lions. And there's been no score this quarter, I don't think.
No, it hasn't been.
Mate, no.
8 minutes in. Umpire's picked out a free kick. It's for a high, and it's going to go the way of Dickinson of Redan in a ruck contest. Gives off to Phelps. Goes around that left boot. Sets his option. He's going to go backwards, and he finds the target. Luckily, finds Riley. I mean, they just haven't really got anyone in their forward half at the moment. They just have to keep possession and wait for the troops to get forward.
It comes back to the fact that the game has completely opposite of what we thought. We thought that it would be City shutting Redan down.
But it's Redan shutting City down.
Yeah.
As the kick from Riley's gone wide to Bell. We'll get back to your point, Barry, but he missed his target. Turned over to Greg. Some good room to move. Greg slipped with the kick. And it's an unkind bounce for Lyle. And Britt should be able to mop it up. Puts his team under a little bit of pressure, but he can show some speed.
Nice stuff.
The kick was sloppy though. Great pick up by Greg. Wasn't called high. Green fumbled crucially. Handball from Todd. Finds Bromley Lynch. Finds Graham into space. Snap on goal. Has it got the lick? Coming over to the top with a great mark was Lyle with courage. He was almost, it looked like a certain chest mark in the goal square to Chester, but Lyle come back with courage and took a great mark. And
is that Chester still on the ground?
No, it was.
He was in the contest as well.
Yeah, and he's clutching his hand too. He's not.
Yeah, he was coming with the spoil to intercept, and he's just might have landed awkwardly. But Lyle should come in and kick his second goal.
It looks like he's done some damage.
Lyle comes in and pops over the goal umpire's head. He gets his second. We'll keep an eye on update with what's going on with Paul Britt there with that contest. Could be he looks in a bit of trouble here. He's got the arm winged.
Looks like a shoulder, doesn't it?
Yeah, could be a dislocation or anything really. I mean, it was a brutal clash, and could even possibly be a finger or a thumb.
But what a brilliant mark by Lyle.
Oh yeah, that's what you need in a final sometimes.
Yep.
Is your A-grade players to do something inspirational to get you going. And at the 10-minute mark, he definitely delivered that one for North Ballarat City.
Took 10 minutes to get the first score of that.
First score of the quarter, 10 minutes. And shows the intensity of the game.
Absolutely.
Certainly does. 9 points the margin in favour of Redan. Cartledge
Big punch.
got a double fister forward for North Ballarat City. Riley running onto it, but Graham will beat him to it. Fires the handball back to George. He sends it inside attacking 50 for City. Ball went over the pack. Redan gathering, and now they're taken out of bounds and a bit of push and shove. Seeing it over there was Blomley. And we'll get a boundary throw in just inside attacking 50 for City. Dickinson and Cartledge to contest the ruck, and Cartledge got two hands on it again, but a clearing kick will come for Redan. Into the middle. Bacon was there, and there's a free kick going the way of North Ballarat City for a high. And they've got it in the middle of the ground. Short kick over the top. It was looking for Edwards. Good fist by Redan. They're moving it forward here.
Shot.
It's Curry. His kick was smothered. Redan nearly had the numbers. North Ballarat City working it well. It was a dodgy handball over the top looking for Jenkins. He's put under a bit of pressure. They've conceded ground here. City now kick up along the wing. Will find Gilbert. He plays on immediately. Sent it over the top to Edwards. Goes for a run. Now kicks it to the half forward flank. George came out to meet it. Couldn't take the mark. Todd with the crumb. Sends the handball back inside and finds Orr. He sends it to the hot spot. Leap. No one able to take the mark. Crumbing at the bottom of the pack though. George, and it's gone straight over the top of the goal umpire's hat, and it's their second goal for this term. And the margin back to 3 points at the 12-minute mark of this second term. Redan 4-1-25, North Ballarat 3-4-22.
Yeah, good finish there by Aiden George around the body. And then just as I said, all they needed to do was get one early and get a run on here, and that's what they have done. As they go, as Matty said, Redan still lead 4-1-25 to North Ballarat City 3-4-22. We played 12 and a half minutes, and Redan, just struggling to get the ball inside 50 in this quarter, and it's because of the dominance, I guess, of North Ballarat City in their own half.
Well, one of the things Bill said coming out of the huddle was that they had to really man up, and that's what they've done.
Exactly, and we've got the clearance going away North City again. Todd gave it off to McNamara, gave it to Howard. His kick was good and finds the target, moved it quickly, or inside 50. Kick is here directed, but there's some space to move. Lyle's got a separation. He can kick number 3. Tried to go around, he just did. Gave to Bromley Lynch. He fell over. Back to Lyle. Dances around a couple. Kick on goal. Has just missed to the near side. So they just were mucking around there, Sean Lyle. Probably should have taken the first opportunity with a snap around the body, but he tried to be a little bit too cute, and good pressure by the Lions to force a mistake.
So Redan have it in the defensive goal square. Riley kicks it out to the half-back flank. Nelly and Mark couldn't be completed though for Redan. They get a handball out and should be able to clear it off half-back. And finally a bit of run from the Lions. Oh, good work. Yeah, good work there by Bell. He ran onto it, into a bit of space, has a shot on goal. It's missed. But the first time this quarter that we've seen them explode away from the pack, and it's taken almost 14 minutes of this term.
It's the first time this quarter they've actually had people in their forward line.
It's amazing when you have someone at centre half forward when you bring the ball over the fence. And Bell did very well in the contest, but he's got to make the most of the opportunities. As North Ballarat City work it short in the pocket to Clay Jenkins. Looks up, not a lot on offer, so he's going to bomb it. Looking for a contest, coming on top of McCartan, a good spot at the back by the Redan defender there, and it looks like it was Gervasovich there. So,
and that was reasonably good pressure, keeping it in the forward line.
Yeah, and this is what Redan were doing in the first quarter, and haven't been in this term, is actually locking the ball up in their half. Obviously making it a lot easier and possibly causing their own attack on the counter. Green lays a high tackle there and has been picked out. They take advantage through Edwards to North City. His kick was low. Dickinson did well, getting down very well. His handball was sloppy though to Joel Matthews. He's under a lot of pressure, not a lot of talk. All goes short. Finds Greg. McCallum's got some space. You can't give it to him. He should take it, but great by Colbert coming in defence. And the last lunge to get there and rush it through. We thought it was going to be a mark and goal in McAuliffe, but he did well to Colbert with the chase.
Just a little bit sloppy from Greg. Took a little bit too long and kicked the ball just a little bit too high.
Yep, and Waite's going to bring out the defence, but a good mark. It's an excellent mark taken by George. Gives it off to McNamara, inside 50 to Greg.
And he marked this one down.
And he should mark this one down and mark Greg to go back and put North Ballarat City back in front for the first time in a while, it feels like. And Greg, as we said, we shouldn't probably mark this one down. He's about 40 metres out. No real angle to speak of. All his experience should come into play, and he should kick the crucial goal here. As he does, he comes in, kick is on its way. Goal umpire has to move a little bit, and he's just missed in this side. The way the goal umpire was moving, I thought it was there, straight off the boot. But
Yeah, well, I was going to say that the umpire never got towards even close to the goalpost.
Yep.
How can he call it?
Whether it faded very, very late. Risky kick from Riley. Turned it straight over to McNamara. He sent the handball off. Who was that? That was Greg that came in.
Did miss that one.
He made up for his error. And they go in front now.
Oh, it's on.
North Ballarat City by 5 points. 4-7-31 plays 4-2-26 at the 16-minute mark here on BFL Game of the Round 979 FM and Apple FM. And we have got a brawl.
Oh, well, a lot of pushing and shoving. But there was quite a number of players.
yeah,
involved in it.
they got to I think it was Riley with the kick out who made that mistake, and North City players made him know that he made that mistake, and a couple of the boys didn't like it, and
still a bit going on with Darmody, and can't quite work out who it is for Redan, but
Colbert looks like, yeah.
Bit of push and shove between the two.
Yeah, and North Ballarat City have taken the lead back. They go to, 4-7-31 to Redan 4-2-26. So 5 point margin here at the Eastern Oval. Tap was won by Dickinson. Picking out was Phelps, but he got tackled and lost it. Going to get was George for North Ballarat. Won by McNamara, took on a couple, then slammed on the boot, did very well to the captain of North Ballarat City. Oh, coming hard was Darmody. Umpire said play on. He got the kick away. Inside 50 to Greg. Oh, bounce on his chest. Picked up by Graham. And the umpire's pinned the free kick to Chester.
Yeah.
Was it there, Barry? I thought he was overzealous when he come through and he got him a bit high. And
No, it was there. Letter of the law.
yeah. And he was, dropped probably a simple chest mark for his standards. And
Yep.
they're going to try to hurt him here on the rebound. And finally got to spread to Redan. Wait with the tape face has kicked it out wide. Finds Schultz. He plays on. He's got a man over the top. It was a risky one to Green. It will work. Schultz inside 50. Couldn't take the mark. Looked like it was Bell. Ball to the Schultz followed up his work. Snap around the body. Dickinson's got a good spot. Can he take the mark? Couldn't quite bring it down. Now in defence is Jones. He's going to work it. Kicks it out. But then going to go as far as Phelps. He'll wheel around his left boot. Inside 50. Couldn't find a target.
Good mark.
A very good mark taken by Howard. And he's going to bring it wide to Hobbs, who takes the mark. He'll go for a run. He wants the player to come past in Jenkins. He'll handball top to Gilbert. He's going to be quick. He's in trouble. Peace got him. Brenton, that's holding the ball up. He said play on. Giampaolo inside 50. I disagree with the decision. Umpire give it up. Back to Giampaolo. He'll make him pay anyway. Jared Giampaolo kicks the goal. And the Lions are back in front, Matty.
They are by 1 point. 5-2-32 plays 4-7-31. 18 and a half minutes gone in this second term of the qualifying final between North Ballarat City and Redan. And
well, lucky they got the guy out of that because it was right in front of us, and
that
Gilbert did a 360, didn't get rid of it. He tried to take him on piece, should have been awarded. Lucky enough, Giampaolo and Schultz kept running, and Giampaolo ended up finishing the job with the goal from 40 metres out.
that was holding the ball every day of the week.
Of course it is, and that's what is so frustrating because he was 2 metres away from him,
Yep.
unobstructed.
Cartledge got the tap straight into Edwards. He fumbled
Oh.
though. North Ballarat City still get a clearing kick forward. McAuliffe pushed his man out of the pack.
Oh, that's
Play
a
on to
throw
the
too.
umpire. McAuliffe kicked it around his body and it'll bounce through for a behind. Scores are level here at the Eastern Oval. We've gone 19 and a half
You said that was a
minutes.
throw, Barry, but was it more of a palm? Are you allowed to sort of palm it, or did you think he sort of gained it and then sort of quickly...
Using your two hands is automatically a throw, mate. If it had been a one-handed one, yeah,
Jeez,
terrific.
I wish this
But-
was a visual platform because the descriptions from the two gentlemen standing either side of me trying to
No,
depict the
no.
play.
But anyway, Redan got to go in here with
Yes.
Schultz through the centre of the ground. He was sent inside 50. Riordan's got some space.
Oh,
It
back
bounced
front.
off his chest. He just couldn't quite take the great mark.
It was at his.
I'm being pretty harsh to him, but
Yeah, it was at his bootlaces.
yeah, he did so well to the big fella. And
Yep.
now North City are going to try to rebound through Gilbert. This is better though by Redan. Peace got it. Gilbert again. It could have been ball umpire said play on. McNamara. They've got to learn North City not to take on Peace. He's going to get you every time. They're going to rebound out wide with North City. Kick wide to Darmody. He got it. He's going to play on quickly. Kick inside 50. Lyle's on the move and he's got it. An amigo to an amigo.
And this is immaculate, the way that your three amigos work together.
It's amazing. I mean, many a times we've seen, when Darmy was out, many a times Lyle would kick it to McAuliffe, McAuliffe to Lyle.
Vice versa, yeah.
And now you just got the third prong in the amigos just to hit up as well.
But the working relationship the three of them have with each other, they know where they're going, they know where they're going to be at any given time.
Yep. As Lyle comes in, it looked good off the boot. It's just going to not come back enough and smashed into the goalpost. So that point will put North Barra City in front. However, it's...
The breeze looks as though it's dropped down a little bit, but
Yeah.
the breeze actually looked as though it grabbed that one, didn't
Yeah,
it?
it did just a little bit. I mean, might have got caught in the gust of it.
4-9 they've kicked to 5-2 North Ballarat City. So
And also a couple of opportunities have gone missing as well. I mean, shots that weren't taken. As Redan, once again, they're going to go straight down the middle. But why are you going straight down the middle to Ash Barker on a tall guy like Brendan Howard? It's ridiculous. Kick inside 50 should be a mark to North City. Did he bring it down? I think he did.
Oh,
And I think it looks like it's Darmody, is it? Yep. So we're into timeline here, and Marcus Darmody is finally going to get his first shot on goal here for North Ballarat City after being cost the opportunity early in the first term. And we haven't really seen a whole lot from him today yet in the goal inside 50, but we know all his good work. We know how good a kicker he is. Don't let me down, Marcus. He'll come in. The kick from 35 metres out to extend the lead. It's fading. He's let me down, Paul, and he's missed to the near side. I mean, we're here back to see him, really take a hold of East Point back in round 5, and he never looked like missing in the front of goals. But today, every time he hasn't even really found a space inside 50. He had the opportunity. And just another minor score to North Ballarat City at the 22.5-minute mark.
4-10. Inaccuracy costing North Ballarat City again. Big kick out of defence by Redan. No one able to take the mark on the half-back flank. North Ballarat City able to gather. They kick it into the pocket. Lyle came out. Couldn't take the mark. Darmody's there. Worked his way about a bit of traffic. Handball was offline. Straight into the hands of the Redan defence. Riley sends one over the top to Chester, who has taken it out of bounds. We'll get a boundary throw in forward pocket for North Ballarat City. 23 minutes gone, 2 points the margin in favour of City. Umpire sends it back into play. Darmody got the tap. Redan stripped of the ball on the half forward flank. Working it out of the pack there well was Edwards. Straight over the top. He'll get it back here. Edwards, in fact, it was Cartledge. He got the kick. It was a high one. Pack flew. No one able to take the mark. Riley with the crumb, and he has been paid a high tackle. So Riley in defence. He's played pretty well this afternoon, Riley, for Redan, as his kick was off target, and it'll go over the boundary line. No, it's been kept in play just. Redan with the numbers, bit of speed. They get a clearing kick to forward of the wing, and it'll be turned straight over because taking the mark out there was Hobbs for North Ballarat City, and he plays on quickly. They've got to play it free inside defensive 50, and it's Howard. He takes a bounce. He takes another one. Now kicks short into the middle and finds Bromley Lynch. He sends the handball off straight away. Worked through a series of handballs here to Jones, who went for a very long run. He kicks it inside attacking 50, right into the corridor, to the hot spot, and a mark will be taken there by Graham.
He started that run on the back of the centre circle, and he's run to, nearly centre half forward without taking a bounce. It was, that's 25 metres from... You're visually looking at it. I mean,
is that a payback for the
early one
the
from
Redan
Bacon?
one in the first quarter?
Well, yeah, I mean, yes, if you believe in
Graham comes
social
in,
justice.
and his kick is accurate this time around. So North Ballarat City, they go out to an 8-point margin. The 5-10-40 plays Redan 5-2-32. 25 minutes gone in this second term here at Eastern Oval.
But the reality of it is, two glaring mistakes don't make it any bloody better.
Two wrongs don't make a right, do they,
Well,
Barry?
exactly.
As we throw the cliches out here.
Yeah, umpires, lift your bloody game.
So, yes, as we said, North Ballarat City out to an 8-point lead here, winning this term quite convincingly. Redan looked good on the rebound. They're just not getting on the rebound enough to make opportunities at the moment. Umpire throws it up. Tap one by Dickinson. Phelps did well, gave good hand.
Oh, that's good stuff.
They gave the Bromley Lynch, Bromley, who took too long, gave it off to George inside 50, the kick missed his target, and a nice mark is taken by Joel Matthews in defence. 5.5 minutes gone. He'll go wide, finds his target. Not a lot working across the ground for Redan at the moment. Very stagnant. He'll go up the line, does Chastain. He finds our man Bacon, who's been shut down well in this term by North City. They've put a little bit more defensive pressure onto him.
Oh, yeah, but Redan haven't done much attacking, have they?
Oh, exactly. I mean, not blaming the kid. There's not a lot you can do when the ball's not
Oh,
in there.
good mark,
Good
mate.
mark taken by Karras there. He's going to move on quickly as well. Riordan's not got the front spot, and Jenkins coming back with courage did very well anyway. So Clay Jenkins will go across the ground to Graham, who's been industrious today for North City. Looks across the ground, got nothing, so he's going to switch inboard. Goes to Todd. He's got an option, ignores it. We'll go wide to Bromley Lynch, takes the mark. He's going to play on very quickly, does the little fella. Onto the Lyle. He's 70 metres out.
A little bit beyond him.
Movement. I'd like to see him go for it. That goes short to one of the fourth of the three amigos, and Greg. Like I did there anyway, he kicks it inside the goal square, and Dickinson will allow the spoiler through for a minus score.
Sorry, so I mean the fourth of the three amigos.
Exactly, that's what I'm getting at, because there's the three amigos and then there's Greg. So that's how we introduced him at the start of the game, Matty. There's a bit comic. I'll teach you the ways up.
No wonder our mathematics is shot. As Phelps takes the mark in the back pocket for Redan.
Can I just suggest maybe we might have to rename them the Four Musketeers?
No.
And that's four.
Yeah, true. I like the three amigos and Greg. I'm rolling with it.
Now, Phelps' kick is being turned over. North Ballarat City sends it to Edwards on the 50-metre ruck. He wheels around straight away
Lyle.
and sends it to Lyle. He dropped the mark, though. Picking it up's Redan. And they should get a clearing kick here out to this commentary side of the ground. Not a lot on offer. And boundary line will beat all comers. We'll get a boundary throw in between.
Nathan, you couldn't have measured that. You couldn't have done that any better if you had measured it.
So we'll get a boundary throw in just in front of the North Ballarat City bench. They're up by 9 points.
Redan with love one late here.
28-minute mark. Throw in, missed the pack. Dickinson able to gather. And a kick forward for Redan, looking for Riordan. Good fist there by Howard. Into the middle. Gatherings McNamara sends the handball. It was sloppy to Bromley Beach. Couple of players actually spoiled each other there for North Ballarat City. Redan player got dumped as he tried to dispose of it. Now Edwards shows a bit of dash and has absolutely nothing to go to. Kicks it around his body and's turned it straight over, taking the marks Riley. He sends it to the centre wing, far side of the ground.
Here they go.
And they are on the run. Fitzgibbon takes a couple of bounces. He runs to 50. Kicks it short into the pocket. Can't fall
It might work for Bacon, though. Running through, he's got his second. That's the late one again, the Bacon. We talked about the bad bounce for Riordan, but Bacon, right place, right time, running through. With 10 seconds to go in the second term.
And how's this? 3 scoring opportunities this quarter for Redan. They kicked 2-1. And then North Ballarat City, they've kicked 4-7 this quarter. So, opportunities. And it's a margin of 3 points in favour of City.
Absolutely. And Bacon, once again, I love him, Matty. We've got a boy here. Another one to add to our collection.
Got Medcraft for Sunbury, and now he's got Bacon for Redan. He's finding one for every side.
I'll have to name my All-Australian team at the end of the year. It'll be very interesting.
All Australian, you mean all Ballarat?
Oh, yes. Touche.
Umpire gets it back in the middle. North Ballarat City. Edwards trying to fight his way around. And that'll be half-time here at the Eastern Oval. A 3-point margin in favour of North Ballarat City. They're 5-11-41. Redan a 6-2 38. Who's kicked the goals, Sammy?
Yep, for North Ballarat City, we've got 2 to Lyle and then singles to George, Greg and Graham. And for Redan, 2 to Bacon and singles to Bell, Phelps, Curry and Jarrett Giampaolo.
And you couldn't have an all Ballarat side because it would just be made up of forward line players. A 3-point margin in favour of North Ballarat City. You're listening to VFL Game of the Round on 979 FM and Apple FM.